Kaczyński, chuju! Lecisz jako pierwszy. Sprzedajesz kurwa całą Polskę. Chuj ci w dupę, frajerze. Leć!
Bye-bye, motherfuckers!
The election campaign in Poland starts with a very shaky position of the ruling party. Jarosław Kaczyński's club with blackjack and politicians who are not socially responsible is rapidly losing its credibility. The already low credibility rating was aggravated by closing border and other specific solutions. The ruling party expects to survive and remain in power at Putin's expense. Even the White House was bewildered by this insolence. The Polish economic miracle began to respond quite expectedly to the reduction of German subsidies. Inflation is rapidly gaining momentum. Recently, prices have not only increased, they have become unaffordable for most citizens. My non-special correspondents report from Poland about the horrors they have encountered from personal experience. The most important category of spending remains housing, the couple says. It's the apartment and shopping for the house. We pay the landlord who raised the fee from 2,000 to 2,150 zlotys, which is about $455. Expenses with all expenses came out the same as our income, about 6,203 zlotys, which is about $1,312. The exchange rate of the dollar against the zloty has risen by 20%, and prices have also increased markedly. Locals have to be convinced that Putin himself is to blame for what is happening. It was he who went into the pockets of every Pole and is in fact solely responsible for the reduction of portions. Eyewitnesses post in social networks photos of special propaganda trucks driving through the streets of Warsaw with explanatory inscriptions. The Russian footprint can be seen in all of Poland's problems. A new commission of specially trained patriots is called to expose him and identify those involved. They are given the power to ban officials from office without trial if they are suspected of having ties to Russia. Have you heard about Pushkin? Welcome to the blacklist. The European Commission is concerned about democracy reform. We now have a particular concern about the situation in Poland with the creation of a special committee that can deprive citizens of their right to be elected to public office, so it can be an administrative decision without any judicial review. Therefore, this is of particular concern. The Commission will analyze this legislation, but will not hesitate to take action if necessary, because it is impossible to reconcile such a system with real access to justice, to an independent court with respect to an administrative decision. The illustration parade is aimed primarily at the main rival of the ruling party. Former Prime Minister Donald Tusk and his associates have suddenly turned out to be the main Russophiles in Poland. Without waiting for the official award to be handed out, they took the people to the streets. According to various estimates, 500,000 people came out to protest against the current government. I will not appeal to their nationality and citizenship, because recently among the million Ukrainian migrants there is also a growing number of those who are dissatisfied with the cuts in benefits and conditions of stay. Let's just say that Poland is consolidating around the desire to change the nameplates on the doors of government offices. We are here today so that the whole of Poland, the whole of Europe, the whole world could see how strong we are. Many of us are ready, as we were 40 or 30 years ago, to fight again for democracy, for a free Poland, for our rights. Nothing can stop this voice, this wave. The people have awakened. The case of the Russian trail is already a rather shabby political technique. For example, similar accusations against Trump allowed Biden to move into the White House. The Warsaw regime obviously decided that they would be allowed to repeat their success. However, the reaction from the State Department was not long in coming. Matthew Miller smashed at the cocky faces. The American gentleman noted that the new law would be followed by unfair elections in Poland. That would be alright, but this selective view of the favorite wife in the European harem gives rise to legitimate reflections. Either Duda is evading orders to go to war with Russia to the last poll, or is being hinted that a more accommodating team might be given the role. For the British, the ruling party is good now. We can see that from what happening in the EU. The ruling party in Poland was in alliance with the British Conservative Party, also the ruling party. But the thing is, as I think, if you look at domestic politics in Poland, for the Americans now is better than the Liberals and the Civic Platform and its allies ruled in Poland. The Soros family suddenly recalled the prospects of a civil war in Poland. Former President Lech Wałęsa criticized Duda's law and outlined the sad prospects of this electoral stunt.